Thank you to Crafty for sponsoring today's video.
Welcome back, Christmas crew. We're gonna have some fun crafting today using a Christmas staple, candy canes. If you love Christmas, you have come to the right place. My name is Shannon, and I'm so glad to welcome you here to the Cozy Christmas Cottage. So this video is filled with not just ideas using real candy canes, but also faux candy cane crafts. We're gonna be doing some recipes, some home decor, some gift ideas, and more. So let's dash right into the very first Christmas candy cane project.
The first project is going to be the cutest candy cane vase. So we need 2 boxes of candy canes and some kind of container. I'm using a recycled can here, and then some type of adhesive. I'm going to use a combination of this double-sided tape and some hot glue, but hot glue alone is probably just fine too, because we're going to reinforce this even more to keep those candy canes on this container. So I just put the double-sided tape on the can first, and then went one by one with some hot glue to glue the candy canes around that container. Once you work your way all the way around, you are going to use some ribbon for that reinforcing factor that's going to keep all these candy canes on there for long term. So you'll just wrap your ribbon around, tie a pretty little bow in the front, and then we have our vase. So you can add greenery in there, which is what I've done here. You can add some flowers in there, or even a cute little Christmas tree. It is so incredibly easy to make your own DIY candles, and I love making them for Christmas time and fall, but these are my absolute favorite candles to work with. They're from Dollar Tree, so they're glass candles with the wax in there, and they come with the wick, of course. And what we've done here is we've just melted that wax down in a pot of hot water, brought it up to a boil, let everything melt, and before the wick fell all the way to the bottom, I went ahead and scooped the wick out, and we're going to be using that wick. So save it. Hang on to it. And the container that we're going to use is this really pretty glass cup from Dollar Tree. First, we need to add our little wick to the bottom of this container. So I used a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of the metal part. Just put a little drop on there and then set it down in the bottom of the glass and let that dry all the way. You're going to wrap your wick around something like a straw or a pencil to hold that up and out of the way. And very, very carefully, we're going to pour that melted wax into the cup. And then you can also add some essential oils to the wax to give it a scent. I did some peppermint and cinnamon to give it a cozy scent. Mix it up, and then we're gonna let this start to harden. Before it gets all the way cooled off and kind of turns this white color, we're gonna add some crushed up peppermints in there. So here's a trick: if you can't find candy canes, if it's too early in the year, head to Dollar Tree or the department store and grab some peppermints. You're still gonna get that red and white look without having to go hunt down candy canes if it's the off season, but this works with candy canes too. Once our wax has cooled completely, you can cut the wick down, and we've created our own cozy peppermint Christmas faux glass of milk or latte with that Christmas vibe, and you can light it and it smells so, so good. And those candies will just kind of melt down and become part of the wax.
You know, I have been a crafting and DIY influencer here on YouTube for nearly 10 years now. That is just crazy to even think. But there are still so many skills in the arts and crafts world that I still want to learn. So when I found Crafty, I knew that this was an online community that I needed to share with you too. Crafty is an online resource for all things creative and offers over 2,000 easy to follow classes in over 20 categories. And some of my favorites include crocheting, sewing, painting, drawing, even cooking and baking, photography, and gardening, plus so much more. Of course, we love our Christmas crafting around here, and Crafty has a huge selection of Christmas projects, recipes, and DIYs to choose from. I've gotten so much inspiration for the holidays on Crafty already, and I'm hoping to learn how to make a cozy crochet blanket for our sofa this year using Crafty's classes, because that is one skill I definitely need to brush up on. These classes are for creative makers of all skill levels. You'll find step-by-step instructions and easy-to-follow lessons led by friendly and award-winning instructors who share their skills through demonstrations. You can even connect with fellow makers and DIY lovers to ask questions, share ideas, and stay inspired. And since they're always adding new classes, there's never a shortage of inspiration. Crafty classes are made to help take your skills to the next level. Their world-class instructors will inspire and encourage you through every step of the creative process. Plus, you'll experience the satisfaction of creating something truly special with your own two hands. As a Crafty member, you'll also gain access to Crafty's live streaming tutorials where the instructors can answer your questions and engage with you in real time. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link that I'll have in the video description will receive a full year of premium membership to Crafty for only $1.49. So be sure to check that out and do it quick as it is a limited offer. And thank you to Crafty for sponsoring today's video. Now back to more candy cane crafting.
So this is an oldie but a goodie, definitely one I had to share because these turn out so cute. We're going to use some Hershey Kisses, some chocolate Santas, and then you're going to need a box of some kind of Christmas candy, and then some larger sized thick candy canes for this DIY. A couple other things you're going to need are some twine. I'm using some pretty red and white twine, and also either a plastic bag or some saran wrap and some hot glue. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our candy canes up so we can make the base of our little sleigh. And to do that, we're going to use some hot glue and some tape. So use a little bit of hot glue, put it onto your candy canes, and that is going to hold the box in place. Once you got both of those candy canes glued onto the bottom, we're going to flip this over and add some tape to help hold it on. The Hershey Kisses and the saran wrap are going to come together to form Santa's little toy bag that's going to sit in the back of the sleigh. So wrap the kisses with the saran wrap and tie it up with some string, and then add that to the back of the sleigh. And then all there is left to do is add our little Santa Claus onto the front of the sleigh in front of his bag of toys. That's going to help hold him up and in place. And this just makes for the most fun and cute gift. I actually remember Santa bringing this for me when I was a kid. It was sitting next to my stocking. So it is kind of a fun little gift idea for Santa this year to bring your little ones. It's really kind of a magical gift. Cute for Secret Santas or kiddos teachers. Lots of cute ways to give this as a gift. And speaking of easy gifts, this is a fun one. You can find this cute frosty root beer at Christmas time. Just a fun way to dress it up and make it a little bit more special is to tie on a candy cane. This couldn't be easier, but makes for a sweet little gift to leave on someone's desk or a front step or in a stocking for Christmas.
I absolutely love the taste of candy canes. It just kind of brings back that Christmas nostalgia, but I know not everybody does enjoy candy canes. So if you love the taste of candy canes or like them, leave me a red heart emoji down in the comments below. And if you're just not a big candy cane fan, not a big deal, but leave me a white heart emoji down below if they're just not for you.
I love beautiful, pretty desserts, but I am no baker or confectionist or anything like that. But here's a great tip for us that just need a little bit of help. If you head to the grocery store, grab a white cake, and we're going to fancy it up on our own with the help of some peppermints. You can also do this with candy canes, whatever you have on hand. Put them into a bag and kind of crunch them up. And then we're going to easily just wrap the candy canes or the peppermints around the bottom, and that's going to dress that up. Then we're going to add some peppermints onto the top of our cake, and then also add some candy canes to the top. So we've just taken a very simple plain cake, but turned it into a Christmas cake that looks much more custom and well thought out. So this idea, you can actually use real or faux candy canes on. Totally up to you. We're going to dress up the bottom of a tapered candle with them and kind of make a little holder. So this is going to be permanent because we're going to use some hot glue to attach the candy canes onto the bottom of the candle. So again, maybe faux candy canes may be the best way to go with this, but if you really want that realistic look, obviously use those real candy canes. You just might have to throw these in the freezer instead of in a box to use year after year. Once you get all those candy canes wrapped onto the bottom of your candle and glued on, wrap some ribbon around it, tie a little knot and bow, and trim it down. So cute. This would be adorable in a kitchen, on a mantle, or this year, our bedroom is definitely getting a very whimsical red and white theme, so this would be cute on a dresser even too. This idea will take you less than 5 minutes to make your own heart-shaped candy cane ornaments. So we're going to need some ribbon, some glue, and some scissors along with your candy canes to just make some cute little hearts. Put them back to back like this so the hooks are facing each other, and glue at the bottom at the point too. That's going to keep our heart shape there, and then just wrap some ribbon around one of those hooks at the top so it can hang. This would be cute to also hang on your mantle, hang them up with your stockings, or make a whole tree full of them, give them as gifts. Kids would love these, and probably a really easy DIY to do with kids too. This is an oldie but a goodie too, and I had to share it because I remember making this in Girl Scouts. This would be a perfect kids craft or gift for a kid. All you have to do is take a brown pipe cleaner and twist it around the top of the hook of your candy cane, and then take a pencil, wrap them up so they make some little curly cute antlers. Put a little red pom-pom on there for the nose and a couple wiggly eyes for the eyeballs, and we've just created a candy cane Rudolph. Next up, we're going to make a candy cane wreath, and you're going to need 20 candy canes for this project. And I've already showed you how easy it is to put these together to make little hearts with them. So same thing, we're going to make 10 sets of these hearts and then start gluing them into a circle shape to create our wreath. Then just add a piece of ribbon at the top so you can hang it. Just be very careful as these are pretty wobbly. Probably not great for a front door, but definitely cute to hang on a wall or a spot on in your home that needs a little bit of that whimsical touch. Now I want to introduce you to our elf on the shelf buddy that visits our house every year. He has done plenty of little fun ideas using candy canes that I wanted to share with you too. These are a few. He actually hid a whole box of candy canes in our house and said, "Can you find all 12 candy canes?" And so my son had a ball hunting the house for candy canes. He's also had some adventures when it comes to candy canes, when he used one to go sliding down a rope from our Christmas tree to our stockings using a candy cane. It was the funniest sight to see waking up one of those December mornings. He also got into our candy stash one day and he used M&Ms to write a message, and he must have known that heart trick with the candy canes and left a candy cane heart. And oh, buddy, I hate to tell you, but that LED candle is not great for roasting marshmallows. He tried to use a candy cane as a barbecue skewer, and yeah, tried to roast a marshmallow on my lantern candle, which was so funny. And as you can see, he even used a coffee mug, Santa coffee mug, to sit in and be comfortable. He also got pretty creative when he put several candy canes together to create a sled and then went sledding down the garland on the fireplace. Such a fun little guy, and I actually have a video where we caught all kinds of different hijinks of our Elf on the Shelf on camera. So if you want to see those ideas, I'll have that video linked down in the description box below.
So now that we've done some fun DIYs using real candy canes, let's talk about these faux plastic ones right here. These are obviously gonna last you season after season, Christmas after Christmas. So if you want to replace the real ones with the plastic ones, you absolutely can, and I'll make sure to link them down in the description box below for you. So now let's head down Candy Cane Lane for some more Christmas DIYs.
And that's just what we're going to do here, is make a candy cane lane sign. So I grabbed a wood slice and a big chunky piece of wood from Dollar Tree and painted them both white. Give them a couple coats, let them dry, and here's what they look like once they were good and painted. We're going to take a drill and drill out a hole in the bottom of the sign because we're going to make room for our faux candy cane. Don't forget a hole in the bottom of the wood piece too, the wood slice. And then we are going to use this decal to attach it onto the front of our sign. So it says Candy Cane Lane. I believe I have this in my Cricut Design Space profile, so I'll link that down below for you. If you have a Cricut machine, then you'll be able to find this file and recreate it. If you do not have a Cricut machine, no big deal. Grab out a red paint pen or a red marker, and you can go ahead and just freehand a design onto your wood. That works just as good. Add some embellishments, and then we're going to cut the hook part off of this faux candy cane and use it as a stick to stick in the bottom of the wood sign and into that wood slice, and we've just made our cute own little Candy Cane Lane sign. This is a fun way to make your own Christmas napkins. So we're going to need some red fabric paint for this, green if you want to make some Christmas trees, red for the candy canes, and you're also going to need some cookie cutters. So these are some cute little napkins that I got from a Marshall's, I think, but you can use some flour sack towels, which are super duper affordable, and you can find those at Dollar Tree sometimes. If not, you can get a good pack of them at Walmart for super duper cheap. And I'm just using that cookie cutter, dipping it into the fabric paint and using it as a little stencil for these candy canes. And I thought, you know what, let's add some more detail. We can't forget the stripes of the candy cane, so I'm freehanding that with some paintbrush and some more red paint. You're going to want to let that paint dry overnight so it's completely dried, and then you can use them for napkins for Christmas Day. This is so cute. I wrapped it up with an actual faux candy cane, but you can do a real candy cane here too. Some red and white twine and a jingle bell. Next up, we are going to use some of these faux candy canes and we're going to dress them up. So if you don't necessarily like the traditional red and white candy canes, you can use some plaid fabric. We're going to give these a shabby chic look just by cutting a slit in the fabric and then ripping little strips of those off of the fabric and then hot gluing those strips onto the candy canes. We're going to use a little hot glue and just wrap them around and around, and then use some more hot glue to hold the ends down to completely cover those faux candy canes, and it's going to give it a totally different look. By using different but similar fabrics, you're going to get a really nice look once you put all of these together. Cute to add to a wreath. You could put them in a jar. You could put them in your kitchen, wherever you need that extra little bit of red and white candy cane shabby chicness in your home. So this is a fall Dollar Tree find that we're going to turn into a Christmas DIY. If you can't find these at Dollar Tree, just take a piece of scrap wood and add these little knobs onto the end. You can find them at Hobby Lobby, or I'll link some down below for you, along with a lot of the other supplies that you're seeing featured in today's video. So if you want to recreate anything, I try to make it easy for you to find the supplies, but always definitely check your home first. Use what you have on hand before you go buying new. We always like to keep things budget friendly and affordable during the holidays. It can get crazy, right? So all I've done here is I've taken this Dollar Tree faux rolling pin wood sign and painted it red instead. Instantly Christmas. And then we're going to add this decal onto the front. This is in my Cricut design space, which I've already linked down below for you, so you can cut it out and apply it onto your sign. Again, if you don't have a Cricut machine, get out those white paint pens or white chalk markers and you can kind of freehand your own design. We're going to gussy this up a little bit more with some embellishments, some ribbon, and these cute little snowflake buttons that I found on Amazon. Linked down below for you. Such a cute little addition you can add to your Christmas kitchen. So I shared this recently in our latest Christmas felt DIY video. So if you missed the felt crafting video, I'll link it down below for you. It'll be the perfect one to head over and watch next if you did miss it. If you didn't miss it, you're just going to see this just one more time because it is so cute and fun to do. Again, faux candy canes, but you can do real candy canes here too. I've taken a piece of brown felt. I've just kind of sandwiched 2 candy canes in there, and we're going to take some of these pinking shears and create a really pretty zigzag edge on it and cut that one side off. We're going to measure over so we make sure we have a big enough pocket so we can reinsert these candy canes into the middle, and then cut the rest of the brown felt apart there using our pinking shears. Again, I'll link them down below for you. And then we're going to reopen this piece of felt back up, add some hot glue on the edges, fold it in half again, and that is what is creating that little pocket in the middle for us to put the candy canes. So we're turning this into a little reindeer. So to give them a face, we're going to add some wiggly eyes and a red pom-pom to the top to create the face, and then those candy canes, when we reinsert those into the pocket, are going to be his reindeer antlers. This is why I say this would be really, really cute if you do real candy canes, because it would make a really cute little gift, or you can add a loop of ribbon on the back and turn it into an ornament, which is where those faux candy canes would probably be a little bit more handy, so you can use these year after year. Now we're going to change things up completely. We are doing some mega sized candy canes. I found these at Dollar Tree. 4-foot candy canes are only $3 each. So we're taking some small ideas, but mega sizing them with these larger candy canes, and they are so, so fun. So this first DIY, you're gonna need 3 candy canes, and we are going to create a candy cane ladder. So inside these candy canes is just plastic PVC pipe. So we're going to use a handsaw and miter box. You can find these at Walmart for like $10. I'll link one down below for you. I've had mine for years and years, and I use it all the time in my crafting. And it just comes in handy for things like this that is plastic that you can easily just cut through. So we're cutting off part of this candy cane, this part right here. We're going to cut 3 of those rungs off at a time, so we make the middle part of the rungs for our ladder. So we have 3 of those pieces, and we're left with this U-shaped piece from the hook of the candy cane. Keep that. You never know when it'll come in handy. But we're just going to need those 3 pieces for the center parts of this ladder. And to attach them, I'm going to be using some zip ties. We need a little space to be able to put the zip ties through. So a 1/4-inch bit just drilled through both ends of those smaller pieces. And that's going to make room for us to be able to feed that zip tie through and attach it onto the longer pieces of our ladder. Now to put this all together. I did find the zip ties at Dollar Tree too, so this is such an affordable DIY, only about $10. We're doing nothing to those first 2 candy canes. We're leaving those totally whole. But now we're going to take that zip tie, put it through the holes that we just drilled into both ends of the smaller pieces, and start attaching those onto the 2 larger candy canes on the sides. And look how stinking cute this is. And it is super big too. Like I said, 4 feet. So it looks so cute propped up against my red and white themed Christmas tree. But this would be even a cute idea that you could put outside for outside decor. Have some little elves climbing it. Or I put my son's farting reindeer on it. Yes, my mom bought him a book about this farting reindeer. And there he is. So if you need a cute kid's gift, I'll also link this down in the description box below because you can find him on Amazon. He loves it. It was hilarious. He read the book to us. And now, I think his name is Fritz, actually. I think Fritz sleeps in his bed every night. So it's a fun, cute little tradition. And a fun gift for a kid. But he's just kind of modeling this ladder for us today. Now we're going to make a huge candy cane stand. We have big candy canes, so we are going to go mega size with it. You're going to need 4 crates. They come wood colored, so I thought it'd be cute to paint these white, so they went with that red and white theme. So I'm going to use some spray paint for that because that just makes life so much easier. There's so many cracks and crevices and sides to this that this is going to make the process go so much quicker. And here's what they look like once they're totally painted and dried, ready to go. But now we need to make a sign for the top of our candy cane stand. So I found these cute kind of shiplap style signs from the Dollar Tree. We're going to cut the jute off the top of these and then connect them together. If you have some scrap wood that's longer, that would save you having to do this step. But if you find these signs and want to use them, easy to attach them together with some hot glue and some cut down paint stir sticks to give it some stability. All right, so here we're gonna add some detail to that sign. So I cut this out with my Cricut machine and some red vinyl, but I'm always gonna say, if you don't have a Cricut machine, grab out those paint pens, those chalk markers, and just go at it and hand do it yourself. I mean, it just says candy canes 5 cents. It's not a big intricate design, but since I have a Cricut machine, I'm always gonna use my Cricut machine if it works out, and it's gonna look better that way, and I feel like it does, but again, always use what you have. So we're gonna do candy canes, 5 cents, gonna center everything and then apply it with some transfer tape to the front. Turns out so stinking cute. Now we have all the pieces, let's put it together. So the crates are gonna go on the floor, stacked 2 high and next to each other 2 more high. And that is gonna be the base of our little candy cane stand. Next up are adding our candy canes, those 4-foot candy canes. Yep, those are gonna go on the sides. More zip ties here. We're gonna take those and attach them onto the sides where those handles are of the crates, and that's gonna hold them up. You can also notice I put the hooks facing out so you can see the sides of the candy canes, and then came in and measured and found out between the 2 of them is about 39 inches. So I added 2 new holes onto our sign at 39 inches spaced apart so I could then zip tie this sign onto the candy canes at the top. Now those other 2 holes at the end, we're gonna cover those up with those faux candy canes, just hot glued them right over those holes and it covered them right up. And here is our giant candy cane stand. This would be so cute in a classroom, in a Sunday school class, for photographers that wanna use it as a prop and a backdrop. I love this. It's also portable. You can take this all apart and it comes down and it stores smaller too. You could turn this candy cane stand into different things year after year, season after season. But how adorable is this? I just see kids having so much fun with it. So I saw on Pinterest these cute gingerbread candy cane combinations that were cute, and I thought, you know what, we're gonna mega size these. So I grabbed a piece of foam board from Dollar Tree and this round circular wreath that was huge. It says 14 inches. So we're making at least a 14-inch circle here at the top for the head of our gingerbread, and then we're gonna kind of make a U shape at the bottom for the body. And then carefully cut out your design with a box cutter. And as you'll see, it kind of has like a keyhole type shape. So this is the body of our gingerbread man. And we need to add some detail, obviously. So I did take the corners and kind of round them off so it didn't look so sharp. We're going for that rounder gingerbread look, not like hard corners and edges. And we need to make him look like a gingerbread. So I'm going to use this Sparkling Canyon spray paint that is the perfect gingerbread color. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it looks a little sparkly too and fancy. So I took this outside and gave it about 3 coats to make sure it was good and covered. So now that it's dry, brought inside, we need to add our little gingerbread frosting. So I had a small charger that actually kind of inset perfectly for the head. So I used a white chalk marker, went around the plate, and then used a ruler to make sure I got a nice even line all the way around for the frosting. And then we're gonna add some other details to him too. Time to add some personality. We're gonna give him some ovals for some eyeballs and of course a big smile. We're gonna add some more detail. I had these peppermint, I think they're beads from Hobby Lobby. So I used those for buttons and added a bow. So you can add it to his neck, you can add it to his head, her head, whatever is cutest for you. You can make a set of these and have a girl and a boy. That would be adorable. You could make a whole family of these. That would be adorable. And I'm sure you've been asking, what in the world are you doing here? Because he doesn't have arms and legs. Well, those candy canes are going to be his arms and legs. So we are going to cut the candy canes down so they're not super duper long. Obviously, we don't want him to look like he's on stilts. So we cut a few rows of the candy canes off there. And then we're going to hot glue it and attach it onto the back of his body. Absolutely adorable, right? I mean, come on. You can make your own giant gingerbread man. I think it's super cute. Cute to add to a whimsical Christmas display. Definitely cute for a candy cane themed decor. Or it also looks really cute paired with our candy cane booth or candy cane stand that we just created in our last project. How about a North Pole? That's what those candy canes reminded me of. So I grabbed this huge white ornament from Dollar Tree. You can see the large size is on the right side, but this is like extra mega large. So we're going to take this red kind of translucent paint, spray paint, and spray paint it so that it's still, you can see inside of it, but it's not solid red. Just kind of looks like Rudolph's nose, right? And once that's dry, we're going to add some fairy lights to the inside of this so it will glow. So this is going to be the light of our North Pole, but we need to make the whole base of it. So I grabbed a piece of scrap wood and we're going to paint that white. That's going to be the base, add some weight to the bottom, and we're going to use that candy cane as the pole. So we needed something for it to sit up on. We also need to cut the hook of our candy cane off so we don't have that. So we're just going to make it as long as we possibly can before that pipe starts to bend. To make this stand up on the board, we're going to use these L hooks or L brackets. We're going to put two or three of them on the bottom of the candy cane and then screw the other side into the base of the wood. All right, so here is the base, pretty simple. Now we need to add that ball on top and the lights on top, and that's where those fairy lights are gonna come into play now. Now that that ornament is dried, we're gonna add the fairy lights to the inside. So you just want the battery pack still hanging outside of the ornament and then tuck all the lights up inside. Then it's pretty simple to attach this onto the top of the base using some of this red sparkly duct tape from Dollar Tree. Kind of push down all of the tinsel stuff on the pole, add your ornament on top, and then just tape it on with that tape. Make sure your battery pack is still hanging out off to the side or in the back. And then one last thing I did is took one of these screw hooks, screwed it into the post, and then hung a North Pole sign off the front. So I'm a total Grinch fanatic. We did a whole Grinch theme for our house one year. This is my husband dressed up as the Grinch. We had a lot of fun with it. So I love doing Grinch projects. So I just had to do this one, and it's just to turn this candy cane into the arm of the Grinch. So I cut this down pretty small, saved that piece. We just need the hooked piece so it looks a little more proportionate. And we're going to add a Grinch hand hanging off of this candy cane. So you can find these on Amazon. I'll link them down below for you. It's got the fur and the fuzz on it. And we're going to stuff it and add it to this candy cane. So I felt like this needed the cuff, like the furry cuff of Santa Claus. So I headed to Dollar Tree, grabbed this car chamois. It was fuzzy and white. We're going to cut it down and kind of fluff it up and glue it onto the green part of the glove to cover that up. Now we can't forget that the Grinch is holding that cute little ornament. So this is one of the ornaments from Hobby Lobby from our Grinch themed Christmas tree we did that year. So I'm reusing that. We're going to add some string to it and kind of hot glue it in between the fingers of the glove so it looks like he is holding the ornament. And then to dress it up a little bit more, I added a ribbon and a bow and a cute little miniature Grinch stuffed animal that I had too from my childhood. It makes for a cute little wreath to add to your front door. Alright, so now we're going to make a candy cane out of a pool noodle, but we need to do a little bit of Christmas magic to make that happen. But before I show you that, we got to turn this into what looks like a peppermint. So I have some Dollar Tree white duct tape that I'm just going to wrap around the pool noodle first.
Down, we stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around the...
Alright, so here's my pool noodle. It's looking like a candy cane, except now we gotta do the magic. So what you do, fold it, and the magic, which we'll fold that down, is fishing string. So I'm just gonna tie it around the pool noodle to hold it, and you won't see it because it's clear.
A Merry Christmas Day. We're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town.
This is a cute way to make your home smell like Christmas or like a candy cane. You can get these ceramic ornaments from Dollar Tree. They come in a set of 2, but since we're doing the candy cane theme, we're going to use the candy cane ornament here. Take a little bit of essential oils. It will soak into the ceramic of the ornament. You can hang it on your Christmas tree so it smells like a Christmas tree, or if you wanted to smell like peppermint, add some peppermint oil. Super easy to do. You just kind of reapply the oil when it starts to run out.
Thank you so much for joining me for this fun candy cane themed crafting video. If you made it to the end, leave me a candy cane emoji down in the comments below. And if you haven't yet and you love Christmas, you definitely want to hit that subscribe button so you can come back, as I'll be posting new Christmas ideas and videos here every single week throughout the rest of the year. I want all of my Christmas crew to know that I appreciate you so, so much. If you're looking for more holiday inspiration, I'll have 2 videos popping up on your screen. Go ahead, pick your favorite, click on over, and I will see you there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a very happy holiday season.